Hi, everybody. I am Jo, for those who don't know me. Hopefully, some of you guys have read my stories on my blog. If you haven't, a little bit about me is I have three beautiful little girls, which means I've been through the postpartum bump three times. And during that postpartum period, I had struggled with depression and anxiety. And then with my last one, I ended up with a psychosis, which is super rare. And I wanted to talk to you about building your support network. And I know for me that when I was struggling with my illness, I thought if I told anybody that I would be seen as weak, and I didn't want to do that. So I kept quiet into myself, and that was one thing that I felt was a mistake. I determined that getting help didn't mean I was weak. It meant that I was strong and that I was going to use every resource I could to be able to get well again. So when I was pregnant, I went and I created a birth plan. Everybody told me I needed a birth plan. So my birth plan included I wasn't going to get an epidural. I was going to breastfeed, no bottles. I was going to have the lights low. I knew who was going to attend the birth. But one thing I didn't do was I didn't plan my postpartum. I didn't plan for who was going to help me through that. So there's a lot of moms regret not having a long-term postpartum support network. And actually, a lack of a social support network actually increases your likelihood of depression. And there's this great quote that I want to share from Dr. Gottman. He said, "Parents often feel fatigued, sleepless, and irritable. This can lead into depression and can leave parents feeling unappreciated, neglected, and lonely." And I know for me, I felt that way. There are risk factors for depression, and those are having low support or no support, um, isolating yourself, or feeling like you have to do it alone, or not having friends and family available, or financial hardship. Those are things that are risk factors. Protective factors are adequate sleep, monitoring your symptoms yourself, and then also somebody from your support system, having an optimistic view, and joining support groups that can be social media groups or church groups. These are the people you're going to be talking to. Having people to talk to is an awesome protective factor. Also, socializing with other parents and having access to economic, medical, and social services. These are all great things. So be proactive. Like I said, I wish I would have created a postpartum plan. So having all of this ahead of time is going to give you people to turn to for practical advice or to help you with childcare. One thing that I thought was really neat that one of my friend's sisters did for her was when she was struggling with her baby, she set up a Google Doc. And in that Google Doc, she had times that my friend needed support, or time that she needed somebody to come and watch her other little boy so that she could take care of her baby. And so they had time slots. Just fill in your name by the time slot. And then she also had meals, and people could sign up for meals for certain days. And one thing that I wish I would have had as far as meals go is I wish that instead of having meals every day for 4 days in a row after having my baby and coming home from the hospital, is if I would have staggered them. I felt like um, having a meal maybe once a week would have been more helpful for me, because I feel like it just got harder. as time went on. And so that's also another idea. Um, Below my blog post, you'll see that I have a list of things that people can help you with during that time. I know people would come over to my house and say, "Hey, what can I do to help?" And I didn't want to say, "Well, actually, you could wash my dishes." I didn't want to say that, and so distributing this list ahead of time would have been awesome for me, because then I could have said, "Hey, when you see my baby, just pick a couple things off of here, because I know that this will help once I'm in that postpartum stage and I might not want to ask for help." Um, so I also have included a little um, handout, I guess, that you can print off, and I would love if you would write down on this your people from your family, your friends, your community, medical providers. Make a list of all of those people, write their phone numbers, let them know that they're on that list, so that they know that you might be calling them in a time of need. I also will have on there phone numbers for the crisis lines, and then also the postpartum warm line. And I hope that this helps you, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.